What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one we have I investigate how Netherlands deals with so many cyclists. I feel like I've seen many videos about Netherlands, about cyclists in the Netherlands, and I just feel like they have such great infrastructure for cyclists. Like, they have bike lanes everywhere, so it's not really a worry. And then on streets where it's shared between cars and cyclists, they put those speed bumps so cars aren't going too fast, which is perfect for the cyclists. Yeah, it's just, I mean, they built the city with cyclists in mind. Like, it's more preferable to be a cyclist than a driver. But we're going to dive into the video. Before we do, if you guys happen to enjoy, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and if you like to support this channel by becoming a member, all you got to do is hit that join button and receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive right in.
How can you have an accident with a cyclist if they've got their own bit of road and we're not driving there? This right here, right now, feels like the safest road network I've ever used. I hardly ever feel like that driving around London. I've never driven in Eindhoven before. I don't know what to expect. I honestly thought that Nissan Micras were supposed to be terrible, terrible cars. This one's not bad. Need to remember to drive on the wrong side of the road.
Turn right, then turn left.
I'm going for the gears on the wrong side. Okay, I'm in Eindhoven, which is in the Netherlands. Okay. There's something weird that happens here that doesn't happen in England. And I want to investigate whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. The Dutch love cyclists. They love cycling, and cyclists have priority everywhere. What I'm going to investigate is if that's a good idea, if I'm going to get into a tussle with a cyclist, if I'm going to have a scary moment with a cyclist, this is going to be interesting. So I picked up this Nissan Micra from...
So his idea is driving around to see if there's any sections where him and a cyclist may have conflict, where there may be issues between cars, between bikes, and mixing, and he's just going to drive around and find out. But I don't think he's gonna find any issues.
From Hertz, from Eindhoven Airport. I didn't know I was gonna get a Nissan Micra. It's so smooth. That might just be because I drive an Abarth 595, but this car is super smooth. It's got everything that you need as well, and I bet it's pretty cheap. I bloody love driving abroad. It's so fun. I set off in second gear. I realized that wasn't on purpose. The cycle lane is bigger than this two-way road. You can see already how cyclists have the most priority here. Yeah. If this cycle lane wasn't here, we'd have enough room for 2 lanes and lines down the middle. But what we've got is a huge cycle lane and a road not big enough for 2 cars. There's one thing about driving in Europe.
That's crazy that there was cycle lanes on both sides and just a road in the middle of that. But it's still a 2-way street for cars, and so you got to go into the cycle lane to, like, if you and another car passing each other, both of y'all got to go into the cyclist lane so you don't hit each other. Oh, that's intriguing.
Europe, I think that their roads work better. Okay, they're on the wrong side, but look at the road markings. They're so clear. When was the last time you saw that in England? The traffic lights are so clear, and the sign...
they're on the right side. They're on the right side. They're not on England. Y'all are on the wrong side. Sorry, England's on the wrong side.
Just look neater and tidier. Okay, this car is slow AF, but I'll let it go because
it's slow AF.
That's exactly what you expect from this kind of car. We're not expecting Abarth acceleration.
I feel you.
Right, need to remember to go into first gear. Look how nice it is here. I've never driven in Eindhoven before. I don't know what to expect. This is as new for you as it is going to be for me. Oh no, it's quite nippy. I can definitely hear a turbo under the bonnet as well.
Very nice.
One of the most annoying things about driving in England is that people don't use the motorways properly. You'll just see people in any lane. Whatever lane you fancy. Over here, they religiously stick to the driving lane, not the overtaking lane. Centrum. That's where we're going. We're going to the center.
Yeah, I can't stand when people are in the overtaking lane and going slow. I can't stand when 18-wheelers get in the overtaking lane. It is absolutely frustrating. Like, if you're in the overtaking lane, overtake. If you're not gonna overtake, get in the other lane. So shout out to the Netherlands. I can't stand that here in the US, bro.
of Eindhoven. I think that's where we're going to find the most cyclists and where we're going to find the
After
most
1
problems.
mile.
Apart from the fact that I keep going here to change gear, this car is great. Here's what people really worry about driving abroad, roundabouts. All we do is steer the other way. Normally on a roundabout, you'd go that way to enter, you just go that way. It makes sense in my head. Does it make sense in yours? Look at this. I can see where I'm going on the sat-nav, it's down there. And it's on a sign as well. You can't go wrong. There's a straight ahead arrow, so I'm gonna go. Surely, roundabouts abroad are not difficult, it's just opposite. Or is it even opposite?
Bike
Yes, it's
lanes,
opposite,
they got
but we
their
don't
own
need to make
lane
it
over there.
complicated.
They're
So,
good.
cyclists, but they've got their own bit.
Yeah.
It's like, here's the cars road and here's the cyclists road. We don't get that in England. I don't think I'm going to have as
You don't
much
get that in
trouble
most places.
dealing with cyclists as I thought. That's genius. Can someone get Sadiq Khan on the phone? Because we need this. How can you have an accident with a cyclist if they've got their own bit of road and we're not driving there? They
I
must.
feel like it's legit so freaking awesome if you ask me, bro. Like, because it makes you like definitely want to be a cyclist. But then when you're in a car, you're not worried about cyclists because you have your own lane. It's perfect infrastructure.
Be a statistic for how many
perfect
cyclists die on England's roads or the UK roads every single year. The Dutch, because they love cycling so much, look, there's bloody cyclists everywhere. They've just got it nailed down. Oops. Definitely stalled the car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Turn right.
cyclists. 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's just in
They got their
the
own
one
lights,
bit that I can
bro.
see. Not
The
11, 12,
cyclists,
13
they
across
got
the
their own
road. We
lights.
could be doing this. Why are we not doing this? If you cycle in London, you don't value your life. That's true. I guarantee the number would be so much more if we had a system like this. 2 more cyclists. Look how lovely it looks. That guy's having the best time. Just pinging along his own road, not a car in sight. I need to know what this red circle with nothing in it sign means over here. Because in England, that means no vehicles can enter that part. I'm driving right through the centre. This feels like the safest, most thought out road system I've ever been on. I've driven in a lot of places all around Europe. This right here, right now, feels like the safest road network I've ever used. Does
the Netherlands have the best road infrastructure in Europe? Is Netherlands at the top of that list?
Cyclists are absolutely everywhere,
That's
but
what
they're
it sounds
completely
like.
segregated.
Yeah.
The roads make sense. All of the signs are extremely clear. The road markings are so clear. I don't feel like I'm gonna have a crash here. I don't feel like anybody's gonna quickly run out in front of me. I don't feel like there's hazards and obstacles to avoid. I hardly ever feel like that driving around London. This is quite funny. This is a thing I've heard about the Netherlands before. Everybody's got a bike. And when you go to a shop, you just leave your bike outside the shop. There's cycle parking everywhere, not a single bike chained up, just leaning across leaning across the railings. If that happened in London, the bicycle would be stolen in under half a second. But here, just seems like it's not a thing. I wasn't sure that was true, that everybody just leaves their bike unchained, unattended, but it is. The rules and regulations and the signage is going to be different everywhere you go, slightly different. From France to Belgium to the Netherlands, their signs and road markings are different. So Google, look online at what the most common signs and road markings are. That will help you absolutely loads. I didn't do that, but I would recommend that you do it. Then you'll know what the red circle without anything in it means. Oops, I'm in this lane. The other good tip I'll give you about driving abroad is don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be worried about getting it wrong. I clearly got it wrong there, but if you're safe about it, you can make it right. If you've got
I feel like it's just kind of nerve-wracking definitely driving abroad. Even when you're driving just on streets that you're not used to, that you've never driven on. It's a little nervous as a driver because you're not used to it, especially when you're in a different country than yours. So I like the fact that he was like, hey, 1 to 2, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Like, it happens.
Nothing to do on the weekend. Use Skyscanner, get the cheapest flight to somewhere for the day, hire a car from the airport, set a route. around and then just drive it. You'll have the best time. Driving in Bruges was a complete nightmare. If you watch that video, it was difficult. It was so hard. It was horrible. It's not the same here. If you want to drive somewhere out of England for your first drive abroad, I would highly recommend coming to Eindhoven. We're going to end the video at a big yellow chair. Let's find the chair and I'll give you my final thoughts on driving in the Netherlands. Wait, look at this road sign. It's a screen and it changes. England could never. It should be just around this corner.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
That's not what I was expecting. Driving in the Netherlands makes more sense than in England. It's really easy. And they've nailed cycle safety. They've nailed road planning. I wish we had a situation like this. Look how big this chair is. Watch this.
It's a big chair.
Driving in the Netherlands, driving in Eindhoven is way better than driving in England. Now I think it's time to get some snacks.
I feel like that was definitely a great video. So you could see just like that how great the road infrastructure is in the Netherlands, and it was absolutely easy for my guy to get around. Had no problems, had no issues with cyclists getting in his way. The road infrastructure is just perfection. Yeah, in the Netherlands, y'all talk to me. Have y'all had accidents? Are there areas y'all wish the infrastructure was better on the roads? That's all, or that is all we have. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up and check out the next one. I'll see y'all next time.